Hello and welcome to Comics Tuesday, and today we're going to be talking about diversity in comic books. So, for all the time that comic books have been around, an overwhelming number of the characters and heroes are white guys. And, I mean, white guys are okay as characters, as readers, whatever. But that's not all there is. I mean, black or Hispanic or female or gay characters matter, just like the readers who would probably appreciate to see characters like themselves on the page. And so you might ask, why does this problem exist? And there's a lot of answers, all with some credible points, but in my opinion, the biggest factor is that comic books have been around as long as they have, and a lot of the most popular characters are pretty old. So at the time it was just a bunch of white guys, and now as time goes on, it's harder and harder to introduce a new superhero that's going to take off and be popular. But it is important to try. And I could go on and on about some moral obligation to try to be inclusive of people, but just from a business sense, there are those people who like comic books, so directing it at them too is a good idea. And now, of course, it's not a total vacuum out there. There are some great characters that represent various groups. You have Asian characters like Sunfire, or gay characters like Midnighter, or women like Miss Marvel, who is also a Muslim. And as far as black characters, there's a video right here about some of my favorites. But in trying to put out more diverse characters, there are some problems that these companies have. One of them is that sometimes those titles don't sell. And it's not because of that. No, it's various other reasons. Like I said before, it's just that you have this group of already established and very popular heroes. So there's already a slim chance of any new character taking off. Also, the majority of new characters aren't all black characters or all, gay or whatever other group. So that really whittles down the chances that one's going to take off. And so there are certain things that these companies can do to increase those odds. And I'm going to talk about some of those. One of those ways is to take a character that's already popular and just swap them out. Now, there are things about this that I don't like, but I will say this. If it works, it works. And I'm all for that. Examples include Captain America. I'm real glad that Sam Wilson as a character is more popular. Personally, I didn't see what was wrong with Steve Rogers. However, on the other hand, I absolutely love Miles Morales as Spider-Man. That's kind of a unique situation, Because the way I see it, Peter had been mishandled for years. That's right, something about Peter just feels flat. I mean, nowadays Peter's always coming up short, and Peter just doesn't satisfy the way that he used to. So instead of just letting him hang there, I'm very glad to be given Miles Morales, who is a character I love. So that's really the takeaway as far as a swapping out deal. I really like the swapped out Thor, Wolverine, Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, Captain America. I think they're all great. I just, to some degree, don't like the trend of doing this a lot because it doesn't feel sustainable. What I'm a big fan of, though, is using characters that are uniquely representative of a certain minority group and have never been anything else, to take them and just kind of use them in a title that's already selling. Kind of establish, build them up, build something of a safety net, to know that you have readers ready, and then use their own title. That's exactly what DC did with Cyborg. When they relaunched with the New 52, they did some things right, some things wrong. Among those right things is they made Cyborg one of the founding members of the Justice League. And so there he was, from the start of this iteration of Justice League, playing central parts to all these stories and having faithful readers month after month. So spinning him off into his own solo series made sense, and hopefully it's going to work out. I know I'm reading it. And I would like to see more of this being done. With all that said, progress is being made on the pages. And likewise, I want there to be progress behind the scenes, because The fact is, at this point in time, there are not as large a number of people from minority groups in creative positions. I'd love to see like Marvel or DC headed up by a woman, or the most popular Image comic being written and drawn by like a black guy and a Hispanic lady or something like that. I know exactly what is keeping the progress from being made on that front. I don't even know. But I will say this. People of all ethnicities and colors, races, religions, genders, and sexualities are all capable as the next person. And so if and when that diverse representation is out there, both on the pages, behind the scenes, throughout, that's something I'm going to be happy about. And so my thoughts on diversity in comics in general, it's unfortunately just what you might expect. I like the progress that's being made, yet there could be more. But that's just my thoughts. I'd love to hear your opinions down in the comments section. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and come back next time for Comics Tuesday. And next time on Comics Tuesday,